In this video recording, we are going to connect up the Carlson SurvPC software to a GNSS receiver so we can go out and get a recording on a survey marker. And that marker here is a section corner here that we've got located down on the ground. And what we want to do here then is take a reading so we can get that shot. And for today's recording then, we're going to utilize the Iowa real-time network. That is a Leica-based network. So we're going to get started here and connect up to the Carlson VRX7 GNSS receiver. So to connect, we are going to then go into the Equipment tab, or the Equip tab of SurvPC. And we're going to tap on button number 3, GPS rover. We're going to locate then in the list of manufacturers that are supported by Carlson through this whole extensive list of receivers in here, the brand of Carlson. You can choose whichever brand it is that you have equipment for, and the model then that we're going to be working with, in this case the VRX7. We'll switch over to the Communications tab. In this case, we're going to be utilizing Bluetooth communications with the receiver. We've previously hooked up, but we'll show you the process. So we're going to tap on the Bluetooth type of Windows Mobile, and we'll tap on the wrenches icon out to the right of Bluetooth type. We have different types of receivers in here, but we just go ahead and choose Find Device. The software will go out and look for Bluetooth devices. And once it finds a Bluetooth device, it will then say, okay, let's go ahead and we'll tap on the Bluetooth device here. We'll hit green check. And then up in the upper right-hand corner, there's a Bluetooth button with the pair of plugs, and that will be the option to Bluetooth connect. So we'll start up a Bluetooth connection then, and that will pair the tablet that we're working with, in this case, the Carlson tablet, with the GNSS receiver. We're going to go over to the Receiver tab now and indicate the antenna height. Now, if I had, in this case, I've got the antenna height here, but if I choose the fact that I'm working on, in this case, a 2-meter pole, I would just type in 2M and choose green check for a 2-meter pole height, and it'll figure out the US equivalent height for that. The GNSS equivalent elevation mask of 10 degrees, which is the default that I want to use. A position rate of maybe a 5 hertz reading if I want to. If I want to slow it down to conserve batteries, I can slow it down to a 1 hertz rate if I want to. We'll choose the Use IMU checkbox here. We'll talk more about that maybe in a different video. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and switch over to the RTK tab. In this case, I'm going to indicate that my data collector is on the internet through either a cellular connection or through a MiFi jetpack. And I'm going to say that I'm going to use N-trip connections. I'm going to tap on the wrenches out to the right of N-trip. And I'm going to indicate that I have my Iowa real-time network credentials with the IP address and port. I have my username and password already pre-supplied to me by the Iowa real-time network system. So I'm going to tap on green check. And it'll then give me the list of bases that are available to me through the Iowa real-time network. I can choose whichever one that is that I want. So in this case, if I want to also utilize the Galileo constellation, I'm going to choose the MSM nearest. And you can see down below in the type listing here, it has GPS, GLONASS, and Galileo. So I'm going to go ahead and hit green check. And green check again. So we've now configured the receiver. And the software will then go ahead and indicate that it's going to connect up to that network and feed its position into the network, and then have the software or the network return corrections to the receiver so that we can then obtain then a GNSS solution. So we can then determine whether or not we have a fixed solution. So if we go into Monitor SkyPlot, button number 7, we can take a look that we do in fact have a fixed GNSS solution here right now with the HMS values shown down the lower left-hand corner. So we're tracking right now currently 18 of 28 satellites. And if we take a look at the Reference tab, on the far right-hand corner, in this position here right now, you can indicate that the distance to the closest space station is about 6.5 miles away. So with this, we can also take a look and look at the satellite information tab, look at more information here about what the satellites are currently doing if you want to see that information. There is a satellite view tab if you want to see how the satellite constellation is looking, along with your current position information. We are utilizing currently right now the NGS 2012B geoid if we want to. Okay, so we've gotten out here and we've also obtained a SurvFix solution. So we're going to go ahead and store our current point. So we're going to back out and we're going to go to the Survey tab and we're going to tap on Store Points. And with our current position, you can see that we've got a point number 1. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to change that up to point number 101, green check. And we're going to go ahead and indicate that this is going to be a code of CM. Even though that description is not in our feature code list, I'm going to go ahead and choose green check. And we're going to go ahead and tap on the button in the upper right hand corner, which looks like a data collector with the little red button, which is the ability to store that point, green check. And we're going to say the description is CM, and we're going to go ahead and hit green check. So the point is stored, and there is point number 101 in our job. So I'm going to go ahead and red X out of the map screen that we're currently looking at, and I can go ahead and continue on with my work. Thank you for watching.